Leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has challenged the declaration by Federal High Court that his group be proscribed and it is a terrorist organization. Before the court's declaration, the army slapped the terrorist tag on the group, but the army chief said it was more of a pronouncement than a declaration. The U-turn came on the back of criticism that it was not for the army to declare one group or the other as terrorist. Legal practitioner Santoma Joel joins us now via Skype from London to discuss this. Many thanks for joining us, Joel.
Thank you very much.
Indeed. Where do we pick it up? Pick it from, really? Is it from the reactions of the people that you just watched a while ago? Some saying it is time to take it easy, but perhaps maybe let's start with the federal government and the army. The army making what they call a pronouncement, not a declaration, before the federal government took it upon itself to make it an executive order and get a court injunction to that effect. But why do Nigerian government has a penchant for doing the wrong thing then trying to redress it?
Thank you very much. I wouldn't know the reason why they most often do the wrong thing before getting it right. One thing I have to say is from the reaction of the people I just listened to, it is very obvious that many Nigerians are very inflexible when it comes to their principle of one Nigeria. So it's not everybody that is actually rooting for the cessation, which IPOB stands for. Now, what the army had said, they just said it was just a pronouncement. They didn't actually tag IPOB a terrorist organization, but that was taken over by the federal government, who has actually done the right thing now by going through the court process.
All right. Just like you heard that Nnamdi Kanu has the right to appeal, and of course this is an ex parte motion, really. But tell us, how do you think it will play out, really, this appeal?
Well, the truth is, the IPOB agitation did not actually deploy intellectual properties in dealing with their case. They've made, in the past, they've made a lot of comments that could actually point them towards what they are being accused of. There is no problem with someone agitating or with someone protesting or doing some civil disobedience. But when you start making comments that could actually liken you to the likes of people that they've tagged you to be now, that's very bad. He kind of made some very, very unfortunate statements. And he actually, with his group, decided to make a statement which was very unfortunate about Anambra State election. Now that he has the right to go to court, we will see what the court will say about it, but it's highly unlikely that he would achieve anything positive from that process.
All right, the federal government has made it clear that Nigeria is a sovereign state. We don't need other countries meddling in our affairs. But the U.S. just gave a statement some days back saying that they don't consider IPOB a terrorist organization. Do you think that would perhaps water down this declaration by the federal government?
The truth is, when the court declares IPOB a terrorist organization, the onus is on the government to communicate this information to their international partners. The last time I checked, I do not think the government has actually communicated that to the United States government. Until they do that, the United States has the right not to recognize or not to see IPOB as a terrorist organization. They have to follow the due process. When that is done, the United States will have to accept that position.
Okay, what they also said, the United States, that they are for a peaceful resolution and that the issue, the agitation for resource control, restructuring as it were, physical federal restructuring, that it's in order. How do you think that will play out in terms of economic partnership with the United States?
It's not gonna have any negative impact on the partnership that Nigeria and United States enjoy. Once the federal government of Nigeria is able to go through the process, once they're able to do that which is expected of them, in law and in other aspects, then the United States wouldn't have any. This is a sovereign nation. We have rules and regulations. We have laws and constitution. All that the federal government needs to do is to follow that due process. And we wouldn't be here discussing this anymore. Once the due process is followed, the United States will have to conform with it.
All right, many thanks for your time and your thoughts. Santoma Joel, who joins us from London. We appreciate that.